Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Saz, nice to meet you. So in today's video, we're going to be playing with a brand new palette that was released a week ago. So it was released last Friday and I'm filming this on Friday the 30th of June and it's currently out of stock. She sold out within 12 hours and she said she bought way more than she did in the last launch. So she's absolutely smashing it, and I can tell you, when you see the palette you will understand why. So this of course is the Cosmic Brushes Delicious Delights palette. This is the outer packaging, absolutely stunning. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And then it is exactly the same inside. And then this is the palette. Trying to get the reflexes, it's so difficult to get that in the palette. Okay, so let's get into the palette. Obviously I've primed with my PW's base. I used not one, but this is the palette. Obviously I'm not too sure where I want to go with it. I haven't done any swatches, so but I do really want to use this shade here because in different okay, I think I've made my mind up now. So I'm going to use the greens and blues on one eye and the purples and pinks on the other eye, so that I can get two looks in one video and you guys can see the different shades being used. I think I'm going to go into this shade here in the corner, which is shade Lollipop, and then maybe go into the Ice Pop and then Minty and Sweetie and Slushy, and then go from there with what shimmer I use. I do like that there is a white. So yeah, let's just get into it before I bore you to death, before we even start putting makeup on our face. Okay, so let's go. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but we're just going to see where it creates, and that is, I did the lightest tap into the palette and the pigment. I mean, I wasn't really expecting the palette to have like little pigment. I was expecting it to have some decent pigment, but that is, wow. One thing about Cosmic Brushes is that their shadows are just absolutely top quality. This palette was £25 and it's got like a multi-chrome and a duochrome in here. So yeah. And all of her other palettes are incredible. So I'm just gonna lay that on. I'm gonna do sort of like a more rounded shape than this one. But this is a Trigwell T10 that I'm using. I'm hoping my fan isn't too noisy. It's cooled down, but where I've got lights on me, it's still so warm. Okay, I've just taken the shade Minty on a CB1, which is the Cosmic Brushes brush, and start to just sort of blend this out a little bit before I go in with the blue. Thinking of putting the blue in the inner corner and then in the middle do the shade Delicious, which is like a white shimmer, but it looks like it's got specks of like blue or green in it. So I will swatch it for you in a moment. But these are just blending out together so well. I'm also sort of filming us with a slightly different setup in ways. I've got my mirror here instead of me looking into the mirror to the side, and I've got you guys higher up, so I hope it's actually a better like setup for you. it's just going to be trial and error with what works and what doesn't. Okay, so this is so far what we're going to go with, but because I want to use the blue as well and I want to kind of blend them together, I'm going to leave this as it is at the moment and go in with the blue. So on a P. Louise 297, I'm going to take the shade Ice Pop, which is the second lightest blue. The lighter one is a bit more of like a purple blue, but oh, it's just so pigmented. These are so easy to blend, it's just so nice. I'm just loving this palette. If you haven't tried Cosmic Brushes, you really should. They're a small UK indie brand and their palettes are incredible and really well priced as well. They're not like a fortune. These are just blending so effortlessly. I'm liking this look actually. It's kind of like, I don't know, taking the shade Sweeting. This is a 299 brush from P. Louise, and I'm just going in. It's a little bit more on the lilac side than on the blue side, but I think when they've blended together, I think that'll be okay. I'm going to add shimmer. Okay, so I have just cut the halo a little bit. I used the P. Louise cut carver and a really small amount of the Acid Rain, and I just popped the tiniest bit of glitter glue on the lid. I'm going to go in with the shade Delicious. I'm going to use a 7072 brush from P. Louise. I'm hoping might be better to use a finger. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to use a finger to get this on. It's like a pinky reflex. Might go in with a little bit of fizzy over the top. It's nice. I'm just thinking it's a bit, I don't know whether if I've gone a bit too boring, but I like it anyway. I was going to pop a touch of fizzy just to try and, okay, I like that better. That's better. And now I'm just going to go back in with the first two shades just to blend the edges a little bit around the halo. I'm just going in with the lightest touches of it. Okay, so that is look one. I do like it. I'm liking it more now. I've sort of finessed it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the darkest purple, which is Charms, on a P. Louise 283 brush. And I'm just going to start packing that in the outer corner. The pigment on this purple is actually really good. And I'm going to sort of try and wing this one out a little bit, but not too winged out. But we're definitely using the shade Sprinkles in this eye.
It makes me use
Purple is blending out really nicely, and it doesn't look like it's going patchy, which is always a good thing. Definitely loses pigment. I think you do have to really pack this one on, but we're going to go in with another purple anyway.
it kind of blending so well. Okay, so this is what we're going
for at the moment. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Jelly Bean, which is a lighter purple. And I'm going to bring it sort of up towards me because I want to join the pinks into it as well. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to blend this bit. I'm using the shade Milkshake on a big sort of fluffy brush and blend it. That blended really well actually. I wasn't quite expecting it to blend quite easily. And then just taking a little bit to blend Jelly Bean. I'm going to go back over these shades and sort of just build them up a little bit more after I've blended. Okay, so we're looking at this at the moment, and now we're going to go into Smoothie and blend it out with Marshmallow. Going to do that for this. Okay, so I'm going to take Smoothie, which is the darker pink, sorry. And that pink is stunning. It's a real like Barbie pink. That. And then I'm going to take the shade Marshmallow and blend that. I'm going to go back in with the first couple of shades I used just to deepen it up, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I'm happy with this. Now the shade Sprinkles. I'm going to try it on a brush again. I'm going to use another one of my 7072 brushes. This usually is really good to pick up pigment. Can you guys see that? I might have to put my other light on. This is stunning. It is extremely soft, so be very careful when you pick it up. I just went in way too heavy-handed.
This picks up 10 times better than the other shade I used on the other eye. This is absolutely gorgeous. I would literally just buy this palette for this shadow alone. Absolutely.
Okay, so I've got a little light in. See if you can you just sort of see the reflexes in that just catching on the light? Just catching on the light. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face and then come back and we can finish off the eyes together. Okay, let's finish off these eyes. Right, I'm going to start with the purple side first, and I'm going to take a tiny bit of Charms and just pop that just in the outer corner. I'm only going to take a little bit because I want to take the shade Jelly Bean, because it's just such a beautiful shade. So I'm just taking that a tiny bit and just joining it. And then we're going to go in the shade Jelly Bean and just then start to work our way along. I'm just using the same brush for these two colours. And then I'm going to go back in a tiny bit of Charms.
Just to deepen it up.
We're going to go in with a bit Smoothie, I think, yeah. And just pop that right in the inner corner of the lash line. And then I'm going to go in with Marshmallow on the same brush just to sort of blend that a little bit. Like so. And then I've just brushed off the colour that was on the brush. I'm just going to start to slowly blend the end out a little bit more. I really like this. I'm really liking this. So for this side, I'm going to take the shade Lollipop in the outer corner, and I'm going to sort of try and make it a bit more rounded. So I'll use a brush to blend even more, and then on the same brush a little bit of Minted. These are just so easy to blend, like so. And I'm going to leave a tiny gap because I'm going to put a little bit of the shades we use on the lid underneath. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Ice Pop just under the front of the eye, and then we're going to go in with that shimmer shade and just try and get a little bit. It's not the easiest way to get stuff on, and I'm going to take a little bit of the green shade just to blend it. Okay, I'm happy with it. Okay, so I just popped a little bit of a P. Louise in Vivid Violet on the lash line on this side, and a little bit of the Sexy Chili on this side. I'm going to pop some lashes on and then I'll be back. Okay, and these are the finished looks. The lashes are from Lily White Cosmetics, and I think they're in the style Panther. They're her half lashes. Absolutely stunning. The lip is Huda Beauty in Resin Rouge with a little bit of Unicorn Lip Oil over the top. So, palette. Okay, so absolutely stunning. Pigment is absolutely incredible. I think I managed to use I've used 12 shades out of the 20 shades that there are, so I'm really quite happy that I managed to get quite a few shades in this look. Absolutely love it. The pigmentation is great. It's £25 and you have like a duochrome. We'll say this is a very soft formula, so be very careful when you use it. But yeah, I think it's absolutely incredible and I just love it. I think it's just gorgeous packaging as well. It's just a really good palette. So thank you for watching the video and hanging out with me trying the new palette. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Give this a thumbs up if you have, and if you would like me to combine all four, let me know in the comments and I will try and do that for you. I will see you in the next one.